I'm Jay, and we're here at Pangyo Techno Valley for another interview, this time with the Global Operations Director of Minimap, George Jung. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, George.
George, can you tell me a little bit about your company and yourself?
I am, like you said, I'm Global Operations Director at Minimap. I've joined the team last year.
Okay.
So it's been about a little bit over a year since I joined the team. Minimap is a, in one sentence, I would say, a gamers community platform.
Okay.
And we have B2B side and B2C side. I'll probably talk a little bit more into details later on into the interview, but we basically help out game advertisers.
Okay.
By conducting customized ad campaigns for them.
Okay.
For their cost efficiency and all different sorts of efficiencies for them. And for gamers, we provide them with a lot of fun features like, syncing game accounts or, leave reviews. I mean, obviously reviews are very important in games.
Okay.
Ratings, and we also provide them a fun and authentic gamer community where they can meet up with other actual gamers or, have conversations there and have fun.
Very cool. So if I put this simply, it's like a social media platform in a way for gamers, but it's tailored in a way that more helps out gamers depending on their interests in certain games. And it's not only from B2C side, the B2B side of the advertisers and game communities, developers and such, that can advertise directly to the gamers that want their type of service. So I love Nintendo. I'm like one of the biggest, I'm not a gamer, but I love Zelda. Okay. So if I link, you're saying I link my account, I link my Nintendo Online account to your platform. And because I play Nintendo and I like Zelda, that's who the community or my kind of sphere is going to attract, right? Can you go into a little more detail about this, of how someone goes into signing up, whether it be from the B2C side first or the B2B side first, and kind of how it comes from initial sign up to how it benefits both sides of the party? Okay,
so I mean, signing up for Minimap is very, very easy. It's easier than most of the social media platforms out there.
Good.
All you need is email. Yeah, email, and I mean, obviously,
start.
You don't want to make the platform too complicated, and obviously, then you'll probably push off some potential users, right?
Sure.
So as soon as you sign up, you have the choice to sync your gaming accounts. So right now we offer 4 major platforms: Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Nintendo. Those are the 4 ones, and more are coming. I think we're currently working on Epic Games as well. Okay. So what gamers really want is, especially for hardcore gamers, they don't specifically play game on one console or platform. For example, for myself, I play games on my mobile device, and I also play my game on my PC.
Sure.
Sometimes I would play my game on PlayStation.
Okay.
So obviously I have different accounts for different gamings. And some game titles are also exclusive on different platforms as well.
Yes.
So they have these hundreds, some people have thousands of games in their gaming library. And then they kind of want to see or manage or track some of the games they have in one place, which we have managed to do that. So as long as you sign up and then you sync your accounts, you can manage everything into one website or platform, I would say, us Minimap, instead of having to go to PlayStation for seeing all the PlayStation games and all that. For Xbox games, traditionally you would have to do that. But now, if you sign up for Minimap, you can just manage or track all these games. And also, to add, there's something called the game backlog, which is, there's so many games coming out every single year. I know just on Steam, I think there were like 20,000 games they came out just in 2024. Meaning there's so many different games plus so many different genres, right? So some people would buy games, but then they kind of like don't have enough time, or they kind of have to go to work or have family stuff, and then they kind of forget to play that game. But then like new game releases, and all of a sudden they have to buy this game as well. Then they kind of forget what game they have because they have thousands of, sometimes hundreds of thousands of games in their library. And then they can kind of like, with Minimap, once they sync it, they can manage all that, see all their gaming data. I remember buying this game and I forgot to play this. And then they can kind of go back to that game and then start enjoying. So that's one of the aspects of Minimap that our users really enjoy. And for B2B side, so our business partners would be game publishers or game developers, mostly. But the size really doesn't matter. It could go all the way up to Sony being like the biggest gaming company, all the way down to indie studios or some smaller groups. Sure. What we can do is now we have the data, like gamers, like behavioral data, I would say, because we know like how many hours they spent in certain genre or how many hours they spend in certain console and all that. Okay. So we can kind of make use of that data to kind of provide a customized ad campaign for them. Like for example, if PlayStation, like Sony wants to, or they're ready to release a PS5 exclusive game, then we could narrow it down of all the people who owns PS5. Then they don't have to be spending, dollars, I don't know, sometimes millions of dollars into like, trying to get some gamer's attention who doesn't even own a PS5.
Got it.
Right? So then it's all about cost efficiency, especially in the gaming industry nowadays, because, there's so many aspects and so many games coming out. But every year.
It's a total win-win. So I'm basically having this library. As I said, I only play Zelda games, so it's easy for me to put all my Zelda games on the table and choose which one I want to play. But people like yourself who play on multiple platforms, they basically have this like bookshelf, this digital bookshelf, right? And some books are getting dusty that they're forgetting about, so this tracks all of it. Not only that, as a gamer, I'm actually seeing ad content I want to see, so it benefits the gamer and the advertisers as well. What makes your platform, I've never heard of a platform like this, perhaps there are others out there. What makes your platform unique compared to competitors, or are you the only one in this market space?
I know there are several like competitor, I would say, but some of them don't have like a mobile app yet, or some of them they can't sync. They can only like sync one platform. And some of them don't even have a community, because I think as a gamer, the most important thing is obviously tracking your game records or history library. And also you want to read quality reviews. That's a very important aspect, because that directly influences what game that you want to buy, or which new releases that you're interested in, all that. And then plus another one is community is very important for gamers, because although a lot of gamers, I would say, not a lot, but like some gamers do not like to go into social media platform, like Twitter or all these Instagrams. But like there hasn't been a gamer specific community, I would say, other than like Steam. They have their own community, but like that's obviously.
But you're bringing multiple platforms together.
And then we know, like if you go to their profile, I mean, you can choose to make it hidden or anything, but like if you go to their profile, then you can see, this person actually played these kind of games. And they know what they're talking about. And then, we might have a very, very good chemistry or a match. And then I might want to follow him to see what kind of posting that he uploads or what kind of game reviews he has, and then make a decision based off of reading their content.
Can you chat as well within your community?
As of now, it's kind of like, you can think of it as like a Facebook or Twitter, just like leaving up comments or posts. But we are actually there have been a lot of requests on adding like direct messaging. Obviously, that's a feature of all the social media platforms. So we are actually planning on that. We're not too sure like when it's going to come, because we're busy with other things as of now.
My next question usually leads into what is your target market. You can answer this more specifically, but obviously your target market is any gamer of any age, and gaming developers and companies. If maybe I missed something, maybe you want to go more into depth in this area. What is your true target market or potential future target market?
So currently we have you can kind of think of it as like two different servers. We have the Korean server and the North American server right now. So in the Korean market, most of our clients are game developers, obviously gaming companies. Like we had Sony Interactive Korea is one of the clients. 505 Games is a big game publishing company. GamePI is one of the big ones too. And we're in talks with other like Bandai Namco, Sega, and all these big name companies. We're kind of like in discussion to have these and stuff. But actually, potentially, we want to kind of focus obviously into B2C side as well, because we obviously need more people to join us. So that we can have more data to provide it to our B2B side. So I guess we could kind of like give out like more features into our platform, so that it would interest or appeal or hook these gamers to join. So I guess kind of like you said, like B2B side is obviously everyone who is trying to make advertisements of in the gaming industry. But also in the B2C side as well, they could be our kind of like target users that we want to draw into our community. So I think we're trying to also give them benefit as well, because like we have recently in the Korean server, we have launched something called the offer wall. Where like if you come like daily check-in, we give them points. And then,
a reward type. Reward-based service.
Yes, exactly. And then if they we will have like ads. Like for example, wish listing is very important for PC games. So if you wish list this game, we'll give you our points. Like instead of having like making them like just having display ads and like hoping someone will click
You want to be more interactive.
Exactly, and then we can.
That's the appeal of gaming.
Yes, exactly, and then they benefit from it because we have our own store where we sell Steam keys, like as of now.
Oh, okay.
So we have partnered up with a lot of gaming developers or publishers, and then we sell their games on our platform. So when they add up some more points by doing certain activities on our community, they may be able to just buy some games for cheaper, obviously, compared to other platforms or other websites.
Got it. So you also mentioned. I didn't know this. You obviously are a Korean company, started in Korea, but you have a North American version as well now.
Yes.
When did your company start?
The company itself, the Korean server started in 2017.
And
so that
the North American side?
That started in 2023.
So that's relatively new.
Yes, very new, yeah.
So you've already expanded abroad. You're in the North American market, which means you have an English version of this for the non-Korean speakers. And obviously, gaming is a global market. Are you wanting to stay in, or you wanting to develop more within the North American market? Do you have plans to export into other countries, add other languages? What are your future plans in terms of expansion and going global?
So it is the North American server, but a lot of people just think of it as like a global server. We don't just have Americans or Canadians coming in. We have people from Southeast Asia. Europeans, so there are some Europeans, a lot of Indians come here. We've recently had a lot of people from Indonesia and Thailand coming into this to our platform. So I think as of now, we would like to focus on scaling the North American server or the global server, I would say. And then after that, we've actually had some requests, like couple requests, being there's a Russian user saying would there be a Russian version of this, or Japanese, users wanting a Japanese version of this. But as of now, we would like to focus more onto the global or North American server, and then we'll scale it, and then we'll see the potential of adding in more languages. And also, although it is divided into two different servers, we don't block the two servers.
So
they can
connected?
They're kind of connected. All you have to do is basically changing the language settings, and then it kind of gives you a different UI and stuff, content, I would say.
Right.
And we have many global North American server users who are actually directly communicating with the Korean users. Obviously in Korea, a lot of people speak English. We have really good tool Google Translate, all these different translating platforms that can make use of that, and then they kind of not directly, but indirectly kind of communicate with each other. They exchange information on games, game news. They leave comments in English, and then they would comment back in Korean. I don't know. They do mixes of languages. So it's very interesting. I mean, I really love there's global interaction or mingling.
Cool. With I gotta ask about AI. With AI being the buzzword now, and people using AI to drive data collection and language translation. Beyond Google Translate, ChatGPT, and all that. Obviously, as you know, does your platform currently use AI technology? Is that something you said you want to develop more into the customer base side, the B2C side? Is this something you're thinking about incorporating in order to more efficiently and effectively penetrate global markets?
If you download our app, we do provide AI recommendation, game recommendation. We have an AI bot chat thing.
Bot.
Yeah, like a chat bot. Yes.
Okay.
So you can ask them to recommend a game based on my history, or I want to play this. For example, I want to play an action game today. Recommend me a game, and then he'll go into our data and then kind of recommend some games as well. But it's not deep. We're not focused deeply. Yeah,
it's algorithm-based
algorithm-based
data collection.
Yes.
Okay.
So then, we're not too focused into AI yet.
Got it.
We'll probably, but like you mentioned, we'll maybe
because of the language aspect.
Exactly.
To get to this point, you guys, I read a little bit up on your company earlier, so I could prepare for our interview. I read that you have around 250,000 monthly average users.
Yeah.
So you're obviously growing. You're becoming a bigger company and becoming well known in the gaming community. But you had to start somewhere. How did you get to this point? How did your company get started? Was it through crowdfunding? Was it personal investment? Can you tell us a little bit about your backstory?
Our company was invested 2 rounds, and then I think we're currently in the funding round as well.
Okay.
But we made sales starting of last year. We started making some money by partnering up with these business partners. So we kind of get the funding from there.
Okay.
So I think you can kind of think of it as like the North American side is kind of like very, very new, like you mentioned.
Okay.
So that side, we're trying to like scale up
Okay.
the users. And then we're trying to like, I have been in charge with a lot of content creating, providing like marketing, organic researches and all that. So I've been doing a lot of those, like marketing, organic marketings in terms of that to try to scale up. But the Korean side, they have like a very loyal users already. They have like a very established users. And we're obviously focused on scaling for both sides.
Sure,
obviously.
of course.
But like Koreans, we have like very established community already.
Okay.
And then for the North American side, for our side, we're kind of like, I don't know, like benchmark them a little bit.
Of course.
Then trying to,
you have to tailor your service to each market,
exactly.
whether they're interconnected or
Yes.
not. I totally understand.
So that's how I am doing it right now.
Okay, is your company planning, so that's how you guys got started, you're going through funding phase, you're going to scaling up the North American version, where you said it's more of a global. Is there anything you guys are doing right now in terms of marketing? Are you going to any big exhibitions or conferences to get your product or your service kind of more out there?
Actually, we are going to something called South by Southwest. I don't know if you
I know South by Southwest, of course.
The Texas one.
Of course,
the
Texas
actual,
one.
the original one.
The original one.
Yes, the headquarters, right?
Okay.
So yeah, we're going there next month.
Cool.
Yeah, so we are going to be holding a booth there with the Korean Pavilion booth. I forget the exact number. There are like 20 companies going like with the same like pavilion, and then we are going to be holding a booth there. So so that's going to be a fun event that we're going to be going.
I never thought of a gaming company going to South by Southwest, but it sounds so perfect. And,
They have they also have I've seen their schedules and all, but like they had like a specific gaming event for like 2-3 days.
Okay.
And then obviously it's a tech company.
Yeah.
I mean, we have our content. We have our mascot, cute mascot. I don't know, but we have a cute mascot. So we have like content, something we could kind of exhibit to the visitors there. I'm actually excited because I'm going to be there, and I'm planning to meet. I don't know. It doesn't even have to be in the gaming industry, but obviously you never know who you're going to run into in South by Southwest.
I've never been, but I know what the vibe is.
Yes,
there.
exactly. I've never been there either, but like I've done some research, obviously. But there are going to be so many people, so many cool stuff going on, so many opportunities within the event. So like
Very
not just, I'll probably visit a lot of other booths too, and if I have the time.
So through this company, you're going global. You're going to South by Southwest, one of the biggest events. I mean, I want to say music event, but obviously it's more than that. Obviously, it's more than that now. However, we're here in Korea. We're in Pangyo Techno Valley. What's the benefit of working here?
I think the best part of working here is the networking, because the biggest, few of the biggest gaming companies are in here. Like Nexon is here, NCSoft is here, Smilegate, Neo is like. There are so many great gaming companies, Korean gaming companies here, and it is very, very beneficial for us because they sometimes have meetings with us, and then you can just walk there. Like you don't even have to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can.
So convenient. I'm here. I know what it's like.
Exactly.
It's so convenient.
Yeah, it's very convenient, and they have very good networking hub, and also they have a lot of government supports here and there, a lot of programs. I mean, that's how I got to come here, obviously. So like, there's so many opportunities, especially for startups, not just technology startups, but like, in any sectors. There's so many opportunities, so many fun events as well. I know they held a big gaming event, I forgot the name of it, but like at Pangyo Station last fall. That was very fun.
Okay.
Obviously.
I'm going to have to go check that out next time.
Yeah, I forgot. I'll tell you the name. Cool. But so they have it. They hold it every year. So it's just a fun place to be as a startup.
Awesome. George, thank you so much for spending time with us today. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up the interview today?
If you're a gamer, if you have played any game, just visit Minimap. It's minimap.net. It's a very welcoming community. Like we don't just say like, oh, you're not a gamer, we don't want to talk to you or whatever. But like it's a very welcoming community. We have so many kind people there. Like I've met so many people. I've talked to so many gamers, not just gamers, but like, indie game developers. I actually have a game podcast. I'm hosting a game podcast.
Okay.
And through that, I've met so many kind people, indie game developers, gamers, marketers, CEOs, founders. And like, it's just a very interesting place. Even if you're not a gamer, just come check it out. We have so many content that you can enjoy, features. We're planning to add some more stuff, and we're very all ears to anyone because we're very early, in the early stage.
Sure.
We're like we're
excited,
not. Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Like
you want to do something
yes,
new.
Yeah. If you have any suggestions, we'll probably open an event, or I'll probably answer you directly. So just come visit, give it a try. We are on a mobile app as well, iOS and Android.
Okay.
So
online at minimap.net,
yes,
not .com,
yes.
minimap.net,
Yes.
and there's app available as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Wonderful. If you guys are gamers or have interest in the gaming community or just what's going on at all in this sphere, and whether you're from the B2C or B2B side, Minimap is probably something you want to check out. They're looking through feedback. They started in 2017, but now they're really going global and they're looking for feedback to make their community more interactive, friendly, and better for gamers with tailored content connecting every different gaming platform. Well, the 4 major ones, but they're adding more and more all the time. Check out Minimap at minimap.net or download the app. I'm Jay here at Pangyo Techno Valley with George from Minimap. Thank you again for your time.
thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yep.